Hello guys, in this video we will learn about professional education. This is a 20-item questionnaire about professional education. Listen carefully and choose the best answer. Are you ready? Question number 1. Which assumption underlies the teacher's use of performance objectives? Choices are: every form of learning is observable. B. Performance objectives assure the learner of learning. C. Learning is defined as a change in the learner's observable performance. D. The success of learner is based on teacher performance. Question number 2. In the parlance of test construction, what does TOS means? Choices are: A. Table of specifics. B. Table of specifications. C. Table of specific test items. D. Team of specifications. Question number 3. A student passes research report poorly written but ornately presented in a folder to make up for the poor quality of the book report content. Which Filipino trait does this practice prove? Emphasis on blank. Choices are: A. Art over academics. B. Substance over forma. C. Art over science. D. Forma over substance. Question number 4. In a criterion reference testing, what must you do to ensure that your test is fair? Choices are: A. Make all of the questions true or false. B. Ask each student to contribute one question. C. Make 20 questions but ask the students to answer only 10 of their choice. D. Use the objectives for the units as guide in your test construction. Question number 5. Which does Noam Chomsky assert about language learning for children? 1. Young children learn and apply grammatical rules and vocabulary as they are exposed to them. 2. Begin formal teaching of grammatical rules to children as early as possible. 3. Do not require initial formal language teaching for children. Choices are: A. 1 and 2. B. 2 only. C. 1 only. D. 1 and 2. Question number 6. Which Filipino trait works against the shift in teacher's role from teacher as a fountain of information to teacher as facilitator? Choices are: A. Authoritativeness. B. Authoritarianism. C. Haya. D. Pakikisama. Question number 7. If a teacher plans a constructivist lesson, what will he most likely do? Plan how he can. Choices are: A. Do evaluate his students' work. B. Do reciprocal teaching. C. Lecture to his students. D. Has conduct disorder. Question number 8. Who among the following needs less verbal counseling but needs more concrete and operational forms of assistance? The child who. Choices are: A. Has mental retardation. B. Has attention deficit disorder. C. Has learning disability. D. Has conduct disorder. Question number 9. How would you select the most fit in government positions? Applying Confucius teachings, which would be the answer? Choices are: A. By the course accreditation of an accrediting body. B. By merit system and course accreditation. C. By merit system. D. By government examinations. Question number 10. Which types of play is most characteristic of a 4 to 6-year-old child? Choices are: A. Solitary and onlooker plays. B. Associative and cooperation plays. C. Associative and onlooker plays. D. Cooperative and solitary plays. Question number 11. A teacher's summary of a lesson serves the following functions, except. Choices are: A. It links the parts of the lesson. B. It brings together the information that has been discussed. C. It makes provisions for full participation of students. D. It clinches the basic ideas or concepts of the lesson. Question number 12. All of the following describe the development of children aged 11 to 13, except. Choices are: A. They shift from impulsivity to adaptive ability. B. Sex differences in IQ becomes more evident. C. They exhibit increased objectivity in thinking. D. They show abstract thinking and judgment. Question number 13. The teacher taught a lesson denoting ownership by means of possessives. He first introduced the rule, then gave examples, followed by class exercises, then back to the rule before he moved into the second rule. Which presenting technique did he use? Choices are: A. Combinatorial. B. Comparative. C. Part-whole. D. Sequence. Question number 14. In the light of the facts presented, what is most likely to happen when? Is a sample thought question on. Choices are: A. Inferring. B. Generalizing. C. Synthesizing. D. Justifying. Question number 15. Teacher E discussed how electricity flows through wires and what generates the electric charge. Then she gave the students wires, bulbs, switches, and dry cells and told the class to create a circuit that will increase the brightness of each bulb. Which one best describes the approach used? Choices are: A. It used a taxonomy of basic thinking skills. B. It was constructivist. C. It helped students understand scientific methodology. D. It used cooperative learning. Question number 16. Teacher B uses the direct instruction strategy. Which sequence of steps will she follow? 1. Independent practice. 2. Feedback and correctiveness. 3. Guided student practice. 4. Presenting and structuring. 5. Reviewing the previous day's work. Choices are: A. 5, 2, 4, 3, 1. B. 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. C. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. D. 1, 5, 2, 3, 4. Question number 17. Which are direct measures of competence? Choices are: A. Personality tests. B. Performance tests. C. Paper and pencil tests. D. Standardized test. Question number 18. Under which program were students not accommodated in public elementary and secondary school because lack of classroom, teachers, and instructional materials, were enrolled in private schools in their respective communities at the government's expense? Choices are: A. Government Assistance Program. B. Study Now Pay Later. C. Educational Service Contract System. D. National Scholarship Program. Question number 19. Which activity should a teacher have more for his students if he wants them to develop logical mathematical thinking? Choices are: A. Problem solving. B. Choral reading. C. Drama. D. Storytelling. Question number 20. An effective classroom manager uses low-profile classroom control, which is a low-profile classroom technique. Choices are: A. Note to parents. B. After-school detention. C. Withdrawal of privileges. D. Raising the pitch of the voice. Check your correct answers here.